Okay, I'm going to show you how to install a faucet on a kitchen sink. This is a new install, 4-hole stainless steel sink. As you can see, we cut out our cabinet. There's our supply lines and our waistline. And the faucet that we have is a Moen pull-out faucet. Pretty basic install. What you're going to start with is, I start by flipping the sink around so it's upside down. Okay, so now we got the holes on the upside down side. Then we're going to start with a faceplate. Okay, this is a faceplate. Some do a single hole installation, but most do a faceplate like this. These screws just screw right in here like that. You don't really need to tighten those too much. Then you're going to move it on over here, slide it up into there, just like that, so that your screws are sticking up like that. And you're going to grab these little guys here, these brackets. Okay, so you're going to put the brackets on, then the spacer, then the nut, just like that. And don't overly tighten it because you're going to adjust it later. So to do the other side, we got our bolt there, and you put the bracket on, spacer, and the nut. And we're just going to do hand tight for now. And tight, and there we go. Now you can flip it over and see how you're lined up. Okay, there we go. Faceplate's on. You want to make sure your gaps here are the same so that it is square and it's not cockeyed. So we are looking pretty good. Just some slight adjustments there. Okay. Then once you've adjusted that, flip the sink back over. And then you're going to use a crescent wrench to tighten these nuts down. Okay. So just a standard crescent wrench is fine. You can use a nut driver to make things faster. But you don't have to tighten it down too tight, just snug. About 4 turns there. That's good. Other side. There we go. Now we're snug. Okay, now that we have the faceplate on, we take the faucet and slide it up from the bottom there. Okay, so I've just slid it up through the hole there, and it has 2 little notches there. You have to slide the faucet around until it fits up in those notches. There we go. Now, the next step, I'm going to have to pause this so I can get it ready, but I'll show you how to do the next step. Okay, so for the next step, we've put this little bracket on. It slides right over the faucet stem right here like this. Okay, slide it all the way down. And we're going to take this nut right here and start it by hand onto the faucet stem. Okay. Then Moen includes a tool with the faucet that fits right over that nut. So you may have to do some adjustments to the supply lines here to get that tool on there just right. But then you're just going to turn it clockwise to tighten it. Okay, now we've tightened that nut on there. You want to again do this one just snug, just so that it won't wiggle around when you're using the faucet. And you can use a screwdriver. You can use a screwdriver in that hole there, or a crescent wrench to snug it up. Okay, so now we have that tightened up. The next step is the hose. Okay, the hose is going to be slid through this bottom piece right here, up through this hole, and then it's going to come up through here, and you're just going to pull it all the way through. So here's our hose, small end of course, going up through there. And as you can see, as we slide it up through, it comes right up through there. Pull it all the way through. Okay, I've pulled the hose all the way through, and I've put some Teflon tape right there on the end, just like that. Then you take this end here and screw it right on to that stem right there. Just like that. And again, you're going to snug that down with a crescent wrench. Just like that. Okay, now that's tightened on there. Now, the other end of your hose is for the faucet. So, what you want to do, you have these weights here. Take these weights out, and you want to loop this hose like it's underneath the sink. And right at the bottom here of the hose, that's where you want to put your weights. So right about there. Okay, so now we have our weight on the hose. And that is so that once you pull this faucet out on the other end, when you put the faucet back in, the weight helps pull the hose back down. Okay, now we can flip the sink back over and install the faucet. Okay, here we are on the last step. We've got the sink flipped back around, and we got the hose coming out of the faucet. Now we just grab the faucet here, and you don't need to put any Teflon tape on this. You can if you'd like. It doesn't hurt, but you don't have to. The one thing we need to do, though, you need to remember, is to put the washer, the rubber washer, inside of here before you screw this on. So let me get the washer. So there's our washer. I'm just going to put it in the end of the hose, just like that. So you got your washer in there. And screw this baby on. So we've screwed that on. Snug that up with a crescent wrench. It's got little slots there for a crescent wrench. And it slides right in there. And you've got yourself a new faucet. That's how you install a kitchen faucet in new construction. It's a little bit trickier if the sink's already installed. But that's it for now.